Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
And we're back here at the Waukee Fieldhouse tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Getting ready for Game 2 of our girls and boys basketball doubleheader, Dowling and Waukee. Game 1 won by the Dowling girls, 65-55. Congratulations to Kristen Marr and the Dowling girls on the win. And getting set for Game 2, my broadcast partner will be Jimmy Cataldo. And he is getting set as he and Mike Burkert switch chairs here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. And Coach Cataldo, are you coherent enough to put you on mic? I always have to ask. I never know what's going on over there. But hey, welcome to Waukee. I see you made it to Dallas County.
Well, I had a partner come ride with me tonight. He came to the game. One long-time sideline reporter, John Chido, and
I don't say former. He's just resting for now. That's just how about that? Resting for now.
Everybody can say they're going to walk away. You're never officially gone. But
thank you.
But after watching Notre Dame last night, didn't get a ton of sleep. I know. We had them right where we wanted them, running the ball at will, and
18-play first drive touchdown, and that was it for a while.
And you should have. My prediction was, I feel like this is a second half game. Notre Dame in the fourth quarter. And it almost came true.
Except for that one pass completion.
Yeah, we couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah,
it was rough.
It was tough. Well, Jimmy, we're back to CIML basketball and the boys' game between Dowling and Waukee. Girls contest. Dowling girls a winner as they defeated Waukee 65-55 in Game 1. And it was a fun game to call. Waukee down by 17, cut it to single. They got it down to 5. Where the Maroons hit some big shots and free throws down the end in the girls' contest. The boys' game, well, Game 1 went to Waukee last month, 59-51 over Dowling Catholic. And you might have heard Coach Anderson at halftime of the girls' contest here. And you want to help him on the aisle. You got to keep the aisle.
There's all this warning tape up here, and get a guy that just trips right at.
He trips up the stairs.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But, so then we were talking about that game, and I think the expectation that Coach Anderson has, we beat these guys a year ago right here and snapped a tremendous losing streak. The Maroons have lost 14 in a row here and knocked off Waukee here a year ago and didn't take care of them on the home floor last month. And now you're back here, and you're trying to right the ship. Both teams in the top 10. Waukee ranked 5th in the boys. Dowling dropping a spot to number 10. And seeding's a big part, but in this conference, it's dog eat dog, so they're not going to feel sorry for you. But it's a very much this win if the Maroons were to win, it improves their seeding for the postseason, Jimmy.
Well, you look back at the game in December, and really a two-man show with Waukee. Evan Jacobson, 27 points, 15 rebounds in that game, and Jay White, 13 points on his end, really propelled Waukee to that win. And remember talking to Coach Anderson after the game and how dejected he was after that game and how disappointed in the way his team responded. And I think that's what you're finding more and more with his culture. It's not so much what the other teams are doing, but how is your team? How are you playing in your controllables? And big part of what Coach Anderson is deploying with this team is focus on us, focus on you, focus on how you play this game, and then good things will happen. And they just didn't do that against Waukee. But you look at this Waukee team, and they're 9-2 on the season. Out of their 9 games, only 3 of them have come against 500 or better teams. Not to say that, we don't know a whole lot about Waukee. It's just, they just have not yet played that upper echelon schedule that the Maroons have played. They have yet to play Valley. They played Waukee Northwest, but not at Waukee Northwest. And, a lot of their wins in their 9-game wins, 8-game win streak, by the way, is against teams that are beatable. And so you look at this Dowling team, and we've talked about this team, as Dowling's a team you don't really want to play. They've been battle tested. They're young. They're very active. Tough game for the Waukee Warriors tonight.
Well, it certainly is, and we're going to have starting lineups here on the floor, as we have lots of media here tonight. CISN is here, and MediaCom is here, and we're here, and they found a spot for all of us, and we're all good, and this is the best you could do. I don't think you need your binoculars, but I don't know what your eyesight is lately. I heard you got the peppers, the hot and the sweet peppers mixed up, so that could be an eyesight problem, but that's all I know.
So I run into Wade Lookenbill, Iowa great Wade Lookenbill coming in. I said, well, where's your seat tonight? MediaCom, and he so conveniently pulls up to the scorer's bench.
Do you notice they have comfortable chairs, cushioned chairs, and we have seat backs. That's us here at Waukee. So I'm not too worried about
40 years, Mark. You just think he'd get a little bit better, but you're just.
Well, Eric Boyle, the AD, looked at me and he just laughed and said, "Not getting the seat back up there." I said, "Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Eric." All right, we'll take a 1-minute break and back starting lineups. Dowling and Waukee, the boys contest coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Hi, this is Vern Steiner with the Emmaus Institute, bringing you a Bible book in a minute. The Song of Solomon, or the Song of Songs, is a source of confusion for some and the go-to prayers for others, including some of the greatest saints. So what are we to make of this mysterious book? Is it a poetic description of the love between God and His people in the language of human desire and devotion, or is it a description of romance between a man and a woman and nothing more? Whether divine or human, or more likely both, the song gives us some of the Bible's most magnificent portraits of love, depicted as fiercely loyal, intensely passionate, stubbornly persevering, and only freely given. This love is on full display at the cross of our Lord, and that's a love worth singing about, as in the Song of Songs. This has been your Bible book in a minute. For a closer look at Christ in the Scriptures, join us at EmmausInstitute.net.
A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Introductions being done for the boys contest. So let's take a look at those. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons come in with a record of 9-3, 10th ranked in Class 4A. The head coach, Justin Einertson, in his second year. They have a record of 21-15 at Dowling in 2 years. And the Maroons averaging 62 points on offense. They give up 52 points on defense. Dowling will start their usual starting five. At one guard, Nathan Jenkins, a 6'1 junior. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Noah Martins, a 5'11 junior. Leads the team with 22 made threes. And the leading scorer for Dowling, averaging just over 13 points, is Martins, and he'll wear number 11. The third guard is Maddox Capola, 6'1 junior, averaging 5.5 points. He'll wear number 13. At one forward, Lucas Paoli, a 6'2 senior, averaging 8.5 points. He'll wear number 3. And at center for Dowling, Charlie Crane, a 6'9.5" 9.5-inch junior, averaging 11.5 points. Leads the team in rebounding, just over 7, and has 43 block shots on the year. As the Maroons come in ranked number 10. Coach Einertson assisted by John Nagel, Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. And the Maroons again 9-3 with their record. And now for the Waukee Warriors, the head coach is former Dowling Catholic alum Kevin Kanaski in his 4th year here at Waukee. 62 wins, 24 losses, 8th year overall. He's assisted by his brother Kyle Kanaski and Kyle Corbett. The Warriors bring a 9-2 record into the contest, averaging 62 points on offense, giving up 54 points on defense. And they will start this lineup at one guard, Jay White, a 6'1 junior, averaging 14.5 points. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Maverick Inman, a 6'1 senior, averaging just under 9 points. He'll wear number 5. And the third guard is Max Roach, a 5'10 junior, averaging 9 points. He'll wear number 3. At one forward, Pete Craig, a 6'4 freshman, averaging 6 points, 4.5 rebounds. Craig will wear number 1. And at center, Evan Jacobson, 6'6 junior, averaging 17.5 points, 10 rebounds, which leads the team, and he'll wear number 4. Again, the Warriors averaging 62 points on offense, give up 54 points on defense. Ranked 5th in Class 4A and a 9-2 record. Jimmy Cataldo, that's the tail of the tape. What say you as far as some of our matchups before the first tip?
Well, the one that you got to focus on the most is Charlie Crane and Evan Jacobson. It's a big test for Charlie Crane tonight. Evan Jacobson is a football player playing basketball, and sometimes a basketball player playing football, but just shows his athleticism, but also his strength. And I think that is where Charlie is going to struggle a little bit, is at the block as Evan Jacobson's trying to post him up. If Charlie can really work and front him throughout the offensive set, I think he's going to have a lot of success with them. But watch that matchup tonight, Charlie Crane, Evan Jacobson.
All right, tip controlled by Charlie Crane into the hands of Martin, and we're underway as Dowling going left to right in front of us. And now a pass by Noah Martin is picked off by Waukee, and heading right to left is the Warriors. There's Jay White, gets it over to Jacobson. Now over to Inman, bounces in the lane, fall-away jumper, no good. Weak side rebound, Crane and Dowling. So we're underway. Dowling girls a winner in game one, 65-55. And now a long three, good, and a whistle and a foul on Waukee. And Martin's with the three, they'll count it. And the whistle and foul is on Maverick Inman, another football player for the Warriors. That's his first, and this will be an and one for Noah Martin's here, Jimmy.
Noah Martin's, I don't know what he's eating, what is in his diet, what he's doing on his routine, but if I'm his dad, I'm telling him don't stop doing what you're doing because it's all working. He's hitting shots night in, night out right now, and he's feeling hot. He looks like he tweaked his hand, his shooting hand on that foul, so he's shaking that up a little bit.
That's why he went to the free throw line. He was fouled. 4-0 Dowling. Runs with the early lead here in the first quarter underway. Warriors within their half court. Jacobson over Crane. His shot is blocked on the baseline, but Jacobson gets it back and now has the ball stolen away by Dowling. Here's Maddox Capola with the steal. Stops the three-point line. Leaves it for Martin's left wing. Now Martin's between his legs. Now almost lost it. Swings it over to Paoli, top of the key. Back to Martin's. Dribbles baseline. Out to Crane. Leaves it for Capola. Maddox out to Jenkins, and Nathan now to Martins. His shot off the glass, good. Nice move that time by Martins. He went right over Maverick Inman for the basket.
Well, he gets the ice call, which means 15 seconds on the shot clock. Look to create, and that's what Noah Martins did. He comes back with the steal.
Here's steal by Martins. Leaves it for Crane. Layup with the left hand, no good. And a rebound, Inman and Waukee. And now the Warriors running the floor, and Pete Craig shoots and scores, a freshman with the first basket. And the Maroons have the ball. They had a 6-point lead. They had 6-0 lead, and now Dowling the other way, and a shot up and good by Capola.
Real good step back shot by Capola from about 10 feet, and he's been hitting those intermediate shots, and that time over Craig, who was guarding him pretty tight.
8-2, Dowling with the lead here in the boys contest. 5:50 left, and the Warriors are going to count it at three, up and good by Pete Craig, and he has all 5 of the Warriors' points. That's why the freshman's in the lineup.
Coach Heinrichsen was talking about Craig over the break, and he's certainly come on really strong, just a freshman.
Dowling with the shot, no good. Maroons get the offensive rebound. Over in the corner it goes to Jenkins. He battles in, goes through traffic, reverse layup, good. Nathan Jenkins with a reverse layup and shoots and scores. He had a night Friday up at Centennial.
Maroons have steadily increased their field goal percentage over the last few games, hitting a lot of shots inside the paint. That time, nice shot by Jenkins. And
the other way, a three-pointer good by Max Roach. And boy, the scoring has picked up, both teams, and we have a timeout on the floor, a 30-second timeout. Dowling leading 10-8 over Waukee. We'll keep it here with 5:08 to go in the first quarter. Mark Hamadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, Fast Signs in Clive, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Jimmy, what do you think about this 18 points in 3 minutes?
Well, you watch the Maroons on offense, and rarely are you seeing the ball stop for more than a second or two. They're constantly moving the ball around the perimeter, which is opening up open shots for the Maroons, and they're hitting them down. Defensively, the Maroons are not chasing. We normally see them chase their offensive guy throughout the offensive set, but now they look to be switching everything, not chasing, so that also sets up mismatches. The last time you saw Paola, he got caught up guarding Jacobson on that last offensive set, so you don't want to get caught up in those mismatches too much because you're not going to win too many.
All right, Noah Martin's in the front court for the Maroons. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dowling boys leading 10-8 over Waukee in this top 10 boys contest. Waukee Warriors ranked 5th, Dowling ranked 10th. Here's Martins, pull up at the left elbow, kicks over in the corner, three-pointer up, good, and Maroons with a key sub, Gio Keyless for 3 off the bench, 6'3" junior with his team-leading 23rd three. Wow. Dowling by 5. Waukee with the basketball. Now a backdoor cut, and Jay White's pass is stolen away by the Maroons. Here's Martins with it, gets it to Crane. Charlie with it, guarded by Jacobson, left wing. Now back to Martins, top of the key. In the corner goes to Jenkins. Now to Coppola, top of the key with 20 on the shot clock. Dowling by 5. Coppola between the circles, has White guarding him as Waukee stays man-to-man. There's Coppola with it. Maddox dribbles into a double team in the baseline, kicks it out to Jenkins. They reverse it. Here's Keyless for 3. It's up and good! Off the glass, and it goes. Well, I'm sorry, Noah Martins, but he gets the bounce off the glass, Jimmy.
It was a flat-footed shot, one of the harder shots to hit because you have no legs in your shot, but Martins had to put it up because he has a second left on the shot clock, gets the roll, goes in.
9 points now for Martins. And it's 16-8. Turnover now by Waukee. The Maroons with their largest lead of 8 over Waukee. Keyless with it. Gio down the lane. Shot off the glass, up high, too strong, no good. Rebound Jacobson and Waukee. Evan will dribble in the front court. Now a little backdoor cut, layup up, and they're going to wave the shot off. On the rebound, foul on Crane. And Jacobson and Waukee will inbound the ball. Charlie's first foul for the Maroons.
One of the things that is causing a lot of big men to defend Jacobson is that he's hitting three-point shots left and right. So having to draw out the big men for the opponent teams. This time it's Charlie Crane being pulled out from underneath the basket where he doesn't like to defend, and Jacobson gets something down low on the cut. Now
Jacobson gets the inbounds pass on the left block. His shot up and good. Nice little turnaround shot by Evan Jacobson. Averaging 17.5 a game for the Warriors. That's his first 2. 16-10 Dowling. 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Here's Coppola with it. Maddox looking inside for Crane. Now swings it left wing. This is Martins with it. Now to Coppola. Dribble handoff to Keyless. Gio with it. Gets it out to Coppola. He'll launch a 3. It's off the back iron. No good. Fight for the rebound. Crane has it. Puts the ball on the floor. Turnaround shot too strong. And the rebound, Waukee and Pete Craig. Now in the front court is Roach. Max with it. Coming off a ball screen by Jacobson. Back to Jacobson. Fakes the 3. Goes down the lane. And he's fouled from behind. I think they're going to get Martins for it, but he was converged on by 3 players. And they will get Noah Martins with his first foul.
Really
and
close.
2 free throws coming for Jacobson here, Jimmy.
Really close to Crane picking up that second foul as he got caught up in the air on the pump fake by Evan Jacobson. Something we talked about, that Jacobson is hitting those three-point shots. So on the shot, Charlie's got to be disciplined enough to keep his feet on the ground. Don't get caught up on that pump fake because he's getting beat on the dribble.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, along with Blessman International, Bozen the Florist, and Construction Professionals. Second free throw good. Jacobson makes them both. He has 4 points. And our score, Dowling 16, Waukee 12 with 2:20 remaining. Second quarter into the Dowling lineup for the first time. Quincy Moore off the bench, wearing number 0. Now Keyless has the ball stolen away from him. Down court to White. Layup good. Jay White with his first basket off a Dowling turnover. And it cuts the Maroon lead to 4, 16-12 with 2 minutes to play. I'm sorry, it cuts to 2, 16-14 with 2 minutes to play. Coppola for 3. Good, right in front of us and in front of Coach Kanaski and the Waukee bench.
Big hit by Coppola as he's getting more and more confidence. We keep talking about this game in and game out. Maddox has really came out of his slump and starting to hit some of these shots.
Coppola with 5 points. That's his first 3. And now on the offensive end, a foul on Dowling. They're going to get Quincy Moore for his first foul. That'll be team foul number 3 on the Maroons. As Coppola will sit down, back in for Dowling will be Nathan Jenkins. So it'll be Jenkins, Paoli, Moore, along with Martins and Keyless. Warriors with it. Here's Jay White. Another one of those football players. And now to Jacobson for 3. Good from the top of the key. Maroons try to rotate over, but Jacobson now with 7 points in the first half. And with a minute and a half to go, it's 19-17. Dowling's lead now 2. Maroons with the ball, Martin's with it. Leads to Keyless, left wing. Drives baseline, double team. Carter Johnson in, number 25 for Waukee, and now he gets the steal. Johnson with the steal. Dribbling down court, stops in the left block, tries to reverse it inside. He does to Jacobson. His shot too strong. Fight for the rebound, and Martins comes away with it. 2-on-1, Martins and Keyless. His layup is good. So Maroons making a transition basket, and Keyless with the first basket.
Maroons ran that out pretty strong with Keyless out front. Found him. Open layup.
Keyless with 5, and now Jacobson fouled from behind by Paoli. And Paoli's first foul. 21-17 Dowling with 45 seconds to go. And again, Jacobson at the free throw line. And Jimmy, we've touched on this before. Getting to the free throw line more than your opponent, and that is not happening right now. Dowling has shot 1 free throw, and that was Martins getting the and 1 off a 3 to start the game. This will be Waukee's 4th free throw attempt here in the first quarter.
Maroons are averaging just over 8 free throws a game, and something that I know Coach Einerson and the staff would love to see up around 13, 14, just to make it more competitive, get those free shots from the free throw line, just not getting there.
Jacobson makes both free throws, just a 64% free throw shooter on the year, but he's 4 for 4 tonight, and he has 9 points to lead Waukee here in the first quarter. 21-19 Dowling. 26 seconds remaining, 15 on the shot clock. The Maroons nearly lost the ball. Paoli saved it from going out of bounds on the far sideline across from us. As we're right behind the scorer's table, now whistling a foul on Waukee, and they're going to whistle Jackson Donahue with his first foul. That'll be team foul number 2, is that right?
Just foul 2, 16 seconds left, and they go in the quarter. So
they have fouls to give, don't they?
They have fouls to give, and they're probably going to work the Maroons into a 4 shot to see if they can come away with maybe even a run out here at the end of the half.
Offense, defense as the Maroons get in Maddox Capola for the final 13 seconds of the first quarter. Shot clock turned off as Quincy Moore will have a seat on the bench. Here's Martins with it, nearly lost it. Leaves it for Keyless. 4 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Donahue, and a half-court shot is no good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter here in this top 10 boys matchup. It's Dowling Catholic 21, Waukee 19. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Hamadale. We'll be back with the second quarter from the Waukee Fieldhouse after this break along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formalware, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formalware, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
KWKY Des Moines, KIHS Adel, KCSL Spencer.
And we're back here at the Waukee Fieldhouse alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Second quarter underway. Our studio producer is Roman Wilkham tonight, playing those nice bumper music between sets. Waukee with the first possession. Jacobson in the lane, his shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Bodies on the floor, the ball out of bounds. They're going to give it to Waukee. As good hustle in there, not only by Jacobson, but he was doing the dirty work down there. Pete Craig, the freshman, on the floor, and he's it back over. And Jimmy, I know you got to look at some numbers in the first quarter, but Dowling out to a 21-19 lead in this battle of top 10 teams. Dowling ranked 10th, Waukee 5th. Now underneath, a little shot underneath, good by Max Roach. He's got a little sneaky shot, 5 points for him in the first half. And we are tied at 21. Early in the second quarter, Dowling and Waukee. Corner 3 by Jenkins for the Maroons. It's no good. Jay White with the rebound. And he dribbles into the front court for the Warriors. Leaves it for Max Roach. Roach dribbles down and travels with the basketball. Jimmy, you got to look at some quick numbers.
First quarter numbers, Maroons, both teams shooting lights out, really. Maroons 8 of 14, which included 4 of 6 from 3. 5 rebounds, 3 turnovers for Waukee. 6 of 9 from the field, which includes 3 of 3 from three-point range. 4 rebounds, 3 turnovers.
All right, Dowling with the basketball. They work underneath the Charlie Crane, and his layup is good. Crane with his first basket of the night. Did not score in that first quarter, and he has 2 points. 23-21, Dowling by 2. 6:45 to go, second quarter. Warriors in the front court, and they're going to run a set play here. White with it, right wing. Top of the key to Jacobson. Fakes a 3, guarded by Charlie Crane. 6'9" versus 6'6". Now here's Craig for 3, off the mark, no good, and the ball is saved from going out of bounds by Maverick Inman. Lobs it into Jacobson, back to White for 3, up and no good. Rebound Crane. Charlie double teamed as he comes down with it, and now stolen away by Craig. Underneath the Jacobson, he'll lay it in, it's no good. And rebounded by Dowling and Paoli. Out to Keyless. Gio with it, works the left side. Waukee settles into a man-to-man. Here's Coppola with it. Maddox dribbles to the top of the key, swings it to Keyless, guarded by White. Keyless in the lane, has the ball stolen away. Tipped away by Inman, into the hands of Jacobson. Down court, and his shot up, and no good, and a blocking foul called on Paoli. And I think Jacobson did just enough to go around him to draw the block.
Paoli was set, had his feet under him, set up for the charge. But Jacobson does a nice job controlling his body, moving just a little bit to Paoli's right, not taking on that contact, which pushes a blocking foul on Paoli.
So Jacobson with 2 free throws. He's already 4 for 4 on the night, and the first one up and good. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, brought to you in part by Fast Signs in Clive, Mercy One, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. And the second free throw, no good. Our officials, Bryant Abel, Tim Osterhaus, and Will Dotson. Our 3-man crew here. Jacobson's second free throw I mentioned was missed after hitting 5 in a row, and now whistling a foul as Dowling gets inside the paint and draws the foul, and this will be on Jacobson, his first. And free throws coming for Maddox Coppola.
Good strong move by Maddox. A little late call there, but officials looking to see if that ball was changed at all with the contact, and it was, so called it a little bit late. Benefit to Maddox with a 2-shot free throw.
First free throw by Maddox is good. Second one good. Coppola with 7 points here in the first half. Dowling now 3 for 3 at the free throw line in the contest. And the Waukee with the basketball. They work underneath the Jacobson, underneath the rim. And he does a nice spin move, wheels his way out of it and scores with a nice pivot foot.
Caught Charlie Crane underneath the basket, and at that point, all the advantage goes to the offensive player. And if you're that big and physical as you are with Jacobson, controlled the whole play on that, gets the basket.
Jacobson with 12 points, 25-24, Dowling by 1. Here's Jenkins with it, trying to post up, and he loses the ball. White with it, and the Warriors in the front court. White. There's a ball screen by Jacobson against Paoli, and now whistling a foul called. And we'll see what this is about. This will be on Jenkins. So Nathan Jenkins with his first foul, team foul number 2 on the Maroons here in the second quarter. Waukee with 1 team foul. 4:46 to go, second quarter. Dowling by 1. Waukee a chance to take the lead. This might be their first lead of the night if they can get it.
Both teams are playing very, very a good defense, blocking out, trying to get the advantage throughout the defensive set. So baskets are a little bit slower at this point.
Here's Jacobson in the lane, and he bodies up Charlie Crane and throws up a left-handed shot. It's no good, and a rebound out to Dowling. Jenkins in the front court. Here's Martins with it. Martins guarded by Inman. Noah dribbles in the lane, can't get off the shot. Here is Coppola with it. Maddox, right wing pass goes to Paoli. Lucas looking to clear out in the lane. Now dribbles in the lane, and he loses the ball. Jacobson picks it up, now loose on the floor, picked up by Dowling and flushed home by Charlie Crane. A lot of ball on the floor, a lot of bodies on the floor, and Crane with the dunk.
We talked about earlier in the first quarter, the Maroons were not stopping the ball anywhere, so you pass the ball around the perimeter. Now everything is stopped. They're doing too much one-on-one play, and another three-point hit by Jacobson, and that's what he's going to cause you to do. Bring your defense out because he can knock down the threes.
His second three of the night, and Evan Jacobson with 15 points here in the first half. Dowling the other way, and a shot off the glass good by Noah Martins. So the trade baskets, 29-27. Dowling by 2, 3.5 to go. Halftime, we'll catch up with some of the girls basketball team. We'll see which ones come up here. Jacobson in the lane again, shoots and scores. That little baby hook. He's got 17, and he's having his way in the lane for being 6'6" and a supposed tight end at the next level of football. He's got some pretty nifty feet in the lane for basketball, Jimmy.
Just really good touch.
Now inside, Dowling works into Charlie Crane, and Crane's layup is good. He's got 6 points as he got around Pete Craig.
Getting all 6 points in the second quarter by Charlie Crane, and it's a matchup we identified early in the game, and both guys are not disappointing.
Here's Endon with it. Maverick. Pass goes over to his teammate White, or rather Roach. His pull-up jumper from the right elbow, no good. Rebound Dowling, 31-29 Maroons. And now we got an offensive foul called on Jenkins. Nathan, one extra step, and good defense that time by the Warriors. The turnover goes back over to Waukee. Wholesale substitutions. And we're going to see Alfred Coley off the sophomore team. He's got 2 quarters remaining, so he'll use one here in the second quarter. He comes in for the Maroons. Charlie Crane will sit down. And Keyless back in to the Dowling lineup, replacing Paoli. And here's a shot in the lane. It's no good by Waukee. Rebound Dowling. 31-29. Pull-up jumper at Capola in transition. It's no good. Rebound Jacobson and Waukee. One and done were the Maroons on that transition three. And Jacobson, who's going to be guarded by the young sophomore, gets it to Carter Johnson, who's in there for the Warriors. And now fight for the rebound. Body's on the floor. Coley has it. And officials just going to stop play and award the jump ball.
Ball's going to go to the Maroons, I believe, if I read that right.
Yeah, they're walking the other way. You're right.
Be interesting to watch Alfred Coley, just a sophomore, not getting a ton of playing time, but when he has gotten into the game, both times versus Valley, we saw a lot of great basketball out of Alfred Coley. And watching him defend Evan Jacobson, he's certainly represented himself pretty well.
Yes, he is. Dowling will have the ball on the jump ball. 31-29, Dowling by 2. Maroons' largest lead has been 8 here in the first half, and now Martins ends up on the baseline, loses it. The other way we go, and a foul called as Inman attacks the glass, and he's fouled from behind, and he'll get 2 free throws here, says our official. And it is Maddox Capola with the foul. His first, team foul number 4 on Dowling. So minute 38 to go in the half, 31-29, Dowling by 2, and Inman at the free throw line. Maverick headed to St. Thomas as a wide receiver to play football next year. Young man who played his football and basketball a year ago at Crosstown Northwest. Transferred here over the break. Second free throw no good. Fight for the rebound. It's poked around. Jacobson comes up with it. Gets it over in the corner. Three-pointer by Inman. Good. That started with a free throw by Maverick Inman and ends up a three-point basket by Inman. That's a 4-point play for him.
It just drive you nuts if you're a coach because you don't get the block out on the missed free throw. Pops out to a three-point shooter, and as you mentioned, 4-point play. And
now whistling the foul on Waukee as Dowling gets the ball inside.
Alfred Coley with a tremendous
sophomore.
Tremendous spin move at the baseline.
And Craig picked up the foul, I believe. Pete Craig with his first.
Just a strong move for Alfred Coley. And just as little as we've seen him, every time he's played, it just is not disappointed to see what kind of talent this young sophomore has on the basketball court.
And the free throw good. He completes a traditional three-point play. He's perfect on the year. 3 for 3 at the line. 3 points tonight. 34-33. Dowling retakes the lead. Now we're starting the back and forth between the two squads. There's Jackson Donahue for three. It's no good. I don't think Coach Kanaski did not like that. And the rebound out to Dowling. Martin's in the front court. Noah dribbling it, looking for a cutter. Going against White. Skip pass over to Coppola. Takes the three. Now pull-up jumper, right elbow. Good. Maddox Coppola. Solid shot there. And he's got 9 points in the first half. 36-33. Dowling by 3. 38 seconds remaining, 28 on the shot clock, so a 10-second differential. The Maroons could get the shot clock, could get the ball back. Coppola with the steal. They try the entry pass to Jacobson. Maddox down court, pulls up a runner. Good! Coppola with back-to-back baskets. And Dowling out to a 5-point lead, Jimmy, with 20 seconds remaining, and the shot clock turned off in the half.
Just playing with a ton of confidence as Coppola went coast to coast on the steal and dribbled down with the contested layup for his 11th point in the half.
Now a long three by Jacobson, no good. Ball slapped out by Donahue, and a half-court shot at the horn, no good. And we go to halftime with Dowling Catholic leading 38-33 over 5th-ranked Waukee here at the Waukee Fieldhouse, alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadeo. And Coach, you got any comments before we go to our break?
I mean, the game just, fast pace. Certainly the type of basketball both teams love to play. As got off to a feverish pitch at the beginning. Maroons kind of slowed it down, started playing one-on-one games, which, we've seen time and time again has not been a great recipe for success for them. Their success comes from passing the ball around, moving without, and finding those easy shots in the lane. But in the first half, you saw a great performance by Maddox Coppola, who came in with 11 huge baskets in a game that's just such up and down pace.
Certainly was. And we're going to take a 1-minute break, and we come back. We'll have our halftime guest. I don't know if Ellie Muller brought her sister. You by yourself, Ellie? That she's looking. Somebody else may join us, but we'll give Mr. Cataldo a chance to get his stats all balanced. That hasn't happened in a while. But we go to halftime. Dowling boys leading 38-33 at halftime. The Dowling girls a winner tonight in game 1, 65-55 over Waukee. Dowling girls now 13-2 on the year. They've won 8 in a row. We'll return after this 1-minute break to the Waukee Fieldhouse along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Welcome to Faith Check. Many say that the Bible alone is all we need to know God's truth. But just look at all of the questions that divide Christians today because of differing interpretations of the Bible. Should infants be baptized? Can I lose my salvation? What about all of the moral issues that we face? Our Lord said that a house divided cannot stand, and as 2 Peter 1:20 shows, he never intended his followers to interpret the Bible privately. Jesus left us a visible church whose leaders have authority to teach and govern God's people. In Matthew 18, Jesus said that insurmountable debates should be taken to the church for resolution. For those that understand this and still refuse to listen to the church, Jesus has a stern warning. Of course, to practically implement Jesus' teaching on this necessarily requires a single church that is organized and consistent. For 2,000 years, the Roman Catholic Church has been fulfilling this role in order that the body of Christ might experience true harmony of being unified in heart and mind. Small wonder St. Augustine said, "I would not believe in the gospel myself if the authority of the Catholic Church did not influence me to do so." This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
And we're back here at halftime at the Waukee Fieldhouse alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Dowling boys leading at halftime 38-33 over Waukee. The Dowling girls a winner tonight in game 1, 65-55, joined by members of the coaching staff and a player. Welcome, Coach Kristen Meyer. Appreciate you joining us. Let me get your mic up. Go ahead.
All right, thanks for having me.
Very good. Thanks for coming up. I know it's school night, but it wasn't a school day.
It was a little bit of a wild day, but we'll take what we can get, although I think our girls need to get back into their school routine.
Well, they were. My daughter was there an hour and 15 minutes early for a medical class that they teach, and said,
sure.
"Dad, we're getting sent home." So she made one class today, and that was.
I walked in and there's just water pouring from the cafeteria ceiling. I'm like, this doesn't look good.
Never good when the water main get a break. You brought up one of the Muller sisters.
I did.
Ellie, wasn't she up here No, that was her sister we had. I get getting confused. She hung around her. Hi, Ellie.
Oh, yeah, Centennial. Yeah.
Centennial, that's right.
Yeah.
So, well, thanks for sticking around, ladies. Appreciate that. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a tough fought win tonight. Waukee hit some threes, and they tightened it up there in the fourth quarter. They played well. I thought we did a nice job at the end, finding a way to extend the lead a little bit.
Yeah, you did, and they knocked down. I wouldn't say they weren't uncontested shots, but they were pesky. You could see why they're ranked in the top 8. They're going to give somebody a run, and they certainly gave you guys a run. Both teams went 6 of 9 at the free throw line tonight, but it was a matter of who hit the shots. There was a lot of shots out there, especially in that first half where we went to halftime 37-23. That's been some final scores back in some days, and there's a lot of points there, Coach.
Yeah, our scoring slowed down a little bit in the second half. We didn't make as many threes, had a few turnovers, but overall, we'll take the win. Like I said, any win over a ranked team is a good win.
This young lady next to me only got the free throw line once tonight.
Yeah.
That's it. 18 points for Ellie Moeller, 6'2 junior. And you were battling in there. I mean, you had I know you had a young freshman gal who was a point or in the paint, but you were trying to get your outside shot going, inside. We're just kind of battling in there. Was that a lot of fun? Because playing Waukee for the second time, you probably know Sorensen and some of those gals, don't you?
Yeah, it's definitely fun. Just them from past teams and stuff. It's just fun to play against our friends.
Well, it certainly is, but you got to take care of the scoreboard. There's a lot at stake. Right, Coach? A lot at stake, always a lot at stake.
Always.
And now we're preparing for, let's see, Friday night, Dowling Gym.
We got a game that day?
Well, I was thinking about your game Saturday over in Omaha, but there is a game Friday. Defending champions might have a 40-game winning streak on the line.
Is that what it is?
The Johnston Dragons. If they beat Urbandale tonight, it would be 40 in a row-ish. Talk about the challenge, Coach. How you're going to prepare Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday before you play Johnston and try to knock them out and knock this streak out. And conference title on the line. If you win, you're tied for the lead. If not, they got a 2-game lead.
Yeah, we're excited to play them again. I think we all kind of felt that our December game against them wasn't our best. And, they're the type of team that makes you not play your best game. A lot of it has to do with how they defend and how they play. They're a very talented team and very physical defensively, sound defensively, rebounding. They've got scores at a lot of different positions. So we're excited to just get another shot at them. I think we can do a couple different things offensively, and it comes down to we got to hit some shots. So we make some outside shots. Life will be good. If not, then we'll have to scrap and find a way to score around the rim.
Well, they've been tested, as we know. Waukee Northwest and Sam Powell and his young team who keeps getting better and better. They had them on the ropes going into the fourth quarter, and then some gal named Jenica Lewis took over and kind of did her thing. Of her. Yeah. Ellie, talk about the matchup with Johnston, and you're going against one of Ava Zedeker's McDonald's All-American candidates and Amani Jenkins. So you're going to have that battle in the middle, 2 post players. That's always fun playing against Amani. And what you guys did and what a lot of teams have done, supporting her sister who's battling cancer. But the rematch is at Dowling. Talk about what did you learn from the first game, Ellie, and what are you going to take into the second game Friday night against Johnston?
Yeah, I'm really excited to play them again. It's going to be a really fun game, but definitely just stay strong in the post up more, try and get the ball, more touches down there.
I see. Well, they were trying to get it to you. I think ball entering the ball. We had didn't have the lob on it, a little touch you want to see, and that'll be worked out by Coach Danner. We'll just blame him. Or no, Faber. We haven't blamed her in a while, and she can't talk. She's got laryngitis. But, those entry passes in the post, that'll be very important Friday night, Coach.
Yeah, for sure. There's times that we're trying to get the ball into Ellie a little bit more, and we got to get a little better passes and also give them a little bigger target. Sometimes Ellie likes to wait for that lob. We want her to fight and get a direct pass once in a while. So we'll do some of that, challenge Amani in the post, and just see what we can do, because I think Ellie can score down low at times.
Absolutely. Ellie, take after your mom. She battled in there for when the Hansons coached her in the post. Just battle. Don't take after your Uncle Jimmy. He was soft. He liked that three-point line because they put it on the floor about a year or two into his high school career. So get into listen to Coach. She's exactly right. Get physical, get strong.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a good weekend. You went out of town up to where it was 10 degrees colder. I was there Sunday for a clinic inside the dome, and it was 10 below when I got out of out of the car. I can't imagine what it was in Old Line over the weekend.
It wasn't real warm, I'll say that. Yeah, my niece had her first birthday, so it worked out that we didn't play or practice on Saturday, so I got to go up and see a lot of family members, nieces and nephews, and of course, any birthday present that you're getting from Aunt Kristen, it's a Dowling shirt or a little Dowling dress. That's what my niece AJ got, so it was pretty cute.
Ellie, is that coming from the Dowling bookstore, you think?
Yeah,
she might have some kind of teacher's discount. I've never seen one of those discounts, but that's okay.
Oh, you haven't seen a Dowling dress? You want one? Is that what you're saying, Mark?
I'll pass on that, Coach, for now. I'll pass on that for now. All right, well, ladies, shout-out time. We'll start with you, Miss Mueller, and the Nahas family here in Central Iowa. Who are you going to give a shout-out to before we let you go?
My grandma, Marette, and my parents. I don't know if they're on, but yeah.
They could be. Yeah, they have many options tonight. We have MediaCom here and the live stream with CISN. That's fine, but they'll get the idea.
Yeah.
You just left Old Wine, so you got to tell them thanks for letting you stay up there. Is that what you're going to do?
It's great. Yeah, the parents and family up there. Scott Babinet's listening out in California.
That's right.
He's always checking back in with us, so we appreciate all the people listening.
Well, thanks for stopping up, ladies, and we'll see you Friday night. Bring your A game.
Yep.
All right. Looking forward to that. That'd be a great. Yeah. It should be a juiced house. And
it'll be a lot of fun, and it's our NBC, so our youth basketball night.
Sure.
So there will be plenty of people in the gym.
Awesome. Well, best of luck. Thanks for coming up, ladies. Congratulations on the win.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Ellie Mueller and Kristen Marr, the Dowling from the girls basketball team. We'll take a break. Dowling leading here in the boys contest, 38-33 over Waukee. Jimmy Cataldo will join me here in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
All right, we're back here at the Waukee Fieldhouse, underway here in the third quarter. And Dowling leading 40-33, has a block shot now as Waukee has the basketball in their offensive end. Charlie Crane had the lone basket here in the second half for Dowling, as he now has 8 points. Noah Martins and Maddox Capola leading the way for the Maroons, 11 points each. Gio Keelis off the bench with 5 points. Alfred Coley off the bench for Dowling with 3 points. Nathan Jenkins with 2 points, and Lucas Pioli and Quincy Moore did not score for the Maroons, who went 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Waukee with the basketball, corner three, good from the left corner by Pete Craig, and that is his second three of the night, and he now has 8 points. And I know Jimmy Cataldo's got his stats. Underneath Crane, his shot blocked from behind by Craig, and a whistle and a foul on Waukee, and that should be on Craig. It is, and free throws coming for Charlie Crane. Jimmy, go ahead.
First half for the Maroons, shot 60% from the field, 18 of 30. 12 rebounds, 9 turnovers for Waukee, 45% from the field. They went 9 rebounds. Maroons out-rebounded Waukee in the first half, 12-9, but Waukee had 7 turnovers. So Maroons had 9-7 in turnovers, but out-rebounded and outshot Waukee.
All right, Crane goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Makes the first, misses the second. He has 9 points. Dowling was 4-4 at the free throw line in the first half, and now are 5 of 6 at the line, and now the ball knocked out of bounds off of Dowling on the Waukee side. 41-36 Maroons.
Another block by Charlie Crane on that play, leading Class 4A in blocks. It has been at that top spot for quite several weeks, and I think that's his third block tonight.
Craig for 3, it's no good. Offensive rebound, Jacobson. His shot blocked out of bounds by Crane, and it'll be Waukee basketball. Let's take a look at some of the scoring for Waukee. They went 6 of 8 at the free throw line in the first half, did the Warriors. Leading the way, Evan Jacobson with 17 points. And he was followed by Pete Craig with 8. And a long 3 up and good for
Maverick Inman.
Okay, so he's starting to heat up. That is his 7th point. And it's 41-39, Dowling by 2. I mentioned Evan Jacobson with 17 points. Peter Craig, the freshman, with 8 points. 5 points for Max Roach. 4 points for Maverick Inman. Until that 3, he now has 7. And 5 points for Max Roach. Carter Johnson did not score in the first half. Long 3 by Dowling, no good. Offensive rebound, Maroons. Paoli with it, and they get a brand new shot clock. Now down the lane, a shot off the glass too strong. Rebound, Capola to Crane. His shot no good. The Maroons getting a lot of chances, and now whistling a foul from behind on Max Roach. And free throws coming for Crane. And the Maroons exerting a lot of energy in that one possession, Jimmy.
The 3 shots were right at the rim and missed all 3. Just couldn't get it to go in. But and it's a Waukee's defense manipulating that shot a little bit of the Maroons. But again, not getting to the free throw line is part of it going up strong. And the Maroons are just not going up strong. They're trying to finesse these shots.
All right, the Maroons inbound the ball. It's a non-shooting foul for Crane. And Paoli has his shot blocked. He travels with the basketball, so a turnover against Dowling. 41-39, Dowling by 2, 4:45 to go, third quarter. Game 1, Dowling girls a winner over Waukee, 65-55. The Maroons improved their record to 13-2 in girls play, and that turnover will cost the Maroons a possession.
Turnover number 10 for the Maroons on the night, which is right at their season average.
Warriors have employed 2 reserves tonight, Jackson Donahue and Carter Johnson, both seniors, and they have not scored. So that rounds out the Warriors scoring in the first half. Basically a 6-player rotation for head coach Kevin Kanaski in his 4th year here as the Waukee boys head basketball coach. And now Jacobson in the lane to shot off the glass good. And he took that extra dribble to stay away from Charlie Crane's block shot.
Well, it's the pump fake that really got Charlie Crane off balance. And not every shot has to be a block shot. Charlie gets himself out of alignment going for the block.
19 points for Jacobson. Dowling in the lane. A shot no good, and a rebound out to Maverick Inman in Waukee. And now here's Craig for 3. His shot no good. White with the rebound. And the Warriors keep the possession alive. All right, here's White in the lane. And goes against Jenkins. His shot no good. Tip no good, but the rebounded by Pete Craig. And now a long 3 no good by Inman. Fight for the rebound. Jenkins and Dowling. So another battle there on the offensive end for Waukee, and they got nothing to show for it. Tied at 41, and we've got a timeout Dowling. As Coach Justin Einerson wants to talk it over with his group. Both teams exerting a lot of energy. This will be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:45 left to go, third quarter. We're tied at 41. Number 10 Dowling and number 5 Waukee here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is Dale Ahlquist with a Chesterton Minute. Psalm 1, verse 1 says, "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scoffers." What does that mean? Don't hang around with bad people? No. According to G.K. Chesterton, it means something much better than that. He says that there are certain people who, because they are really pure, create a good atmosphere around themselves. They are truly children of light, and the light shines on everything they touch. When a righteous person stakes out a clear position, we recognize that it's something solid and vital and eternal. So it's not that hanging around bad people makes us bad, it's that being righteous can help make the people hanging around us righteous too. Want more than a minute? Chesterton.org.
And we're back here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Tuesday night, high school girls and boys basketball on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Here in the third quarter, tied at 41. Waukee and Dowling Catholic. The Warriors winning game 1 back in December, 59-51, and we're tied here. Dowling with the ball out of the timeout, and here's Crane in the lane. His shot up and good. Charlie with a nice runner in the lane. And the Maroons take a 2-point lead. Charlie Crane starting to get going. He has 11 points. Had 6 at halftime. And it's Dowling by 2. Jacobson for 3. It's no good. Gio Keelis checking in for the Maroons on that last timeout in the lineup for the Maroons as it replaces Jenkins. Gio in the corner, nearly lost it. Down gets it to Martins. Noah top of the key to Keelis. Waukee in a little zone here. Looks like a little 2-3 zone for the Warriors. Here's Martins for 3. Good. They won't be in that zone long. As Noah Martins with the 3. He's got 14 points tonight.
Martins finally got himself an opportunity to get square to the basket. Knocks it down, his first points in the second half, which are big shots here with just 2.5 to go in the third quarter.
All right, the Warriors now dribbling in the lane, and they lose it, and it'll be Waukee basketball. As it dribbled off of Maverick Inman. Officials had to get together, and probably the right call because one of them got blocked out. And it'll be Waukee possession. 18 on the shot clock. Warriors inbound the ball with White underneath his own basket. Now they get it to Jacobson. His shot up and good. Nearly blocked by Charlie Crane, but Jacobson got it to fall. And Evan with 21 points to lead the Warriors. 46-43, Dowling by 3. Both teams trying to get control of this contest. Keelis for 3 rolls off the rim, no good, and rebounded by Carter Johnson and the Warriors. Now to Jacobson. Jacobson takes Crane to the lane. His shot up and good. And Jacobson's taking this as a personal message. It's like, I'm not going to let somebody who just started take over. He's got 23.
Gio Keelis.
And Keelis with a 3-pointer good. He missed the last. That kid's fearless. He just keeps battling away. And Gio with 8 points for the Maroons off the bench.
Charlie Crane struggling a little bit with Evan Jacobson, who's getting to the basket pretty well. Got to find a little bit more strength keeping him.
Here's Martins with a steal, and it's no good. He lost the ball on the way up. I don't know if he's trying to dunk it or not. Waukee the other way, corner 3, no good. White with the rebound, and his reverse layup good. Tough transition there. The Maroons had a breakaway layup, and Martins lost it on the way up. Waukee comes down, misses a 3, and then White with the strong move for the Warriors. And now a whistle and a reach-in foul on Waukee with 58 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Max Roach picks up his second foul. Third team foul on the Warriors. 1 on Dowling here with less than a minute to play, Jimmy.
You look at the Maroons defensively are playing Jay White very well. Jay White averaging over 14 points a game, and he just picked up his 4th point for the game on the last possession.
Fourth foul? Okay. Long 3, it's no good by the Maroons. Rebound out to Waukee, 49 seconds remaining. 30 on the shot clock, so Maroons have an opportunity to have possession. Inman with it, dribble drives in the lane, cut off by Martins. Here's Jacobson guarded by Moore, pull-up jumper good. Uh-oh. We saw this last time. Evan Jacobson now with 25 points. And we are tied. Tied at 49. Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining. Waukee in a 2-3 extended zone. As they have Quincy Moore in the middle with the 4 guards in each corner. Now they'll move Charlie Crane into the post. Or rather uphill into the post. Here is Jenkins. He'll launch a 3. It's up and no good. Tipped by Moore, no good. And we come to the end of the third quarter with the score. Dowling 49, Waukee 49. Stay tuned. The fourth quarter coming up. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return to the Waukee Fieldhouse in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
2025 means big changes at Divine Treasures, and you're invited. After more than 3 decades, new ownership will continue the ministry as your Catholic book and gift source in the Des Moines area. Join them on Saturday, January 25th from noon to 4 p.m. for an open house to celebrate your loyalty to the store over the years, to give Lois, Sue, and Cindy a heartfelt send-off, and welcome the new owners and management team for our sponsor, Divine Treasures, 5701 Hickman Road, Des Moines, 515-255-5230.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One. Live your best life with Mercy One. With Iowa's largest network of care locations, personalized care is right in your neighborhood. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Welcome, our student producer here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network tonight, rolling those nice tunes. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Fourth quarter. We start here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. Dowling and Waukee Northwest tied at 49, and Keyless, a dribble drive, leads it for Quincy Moore, and Quincy's first basket of the night as Dowling retakes the lead, 51-49. Jimmy will have the statistics through three quarters here when we get a break. Here's White with it in the lane. Pull-up jumper, fall away, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Quincy Moore, a big rebound there as he's getting some playing time. Charlie Crane sitting down. Here's Capola with it. Maddox thinks about going to the lane, won't do it. Gets it out to Keyless. Dowling 51, Waukee 49. As we start the fourth quarter. Earlier, Dowling girls a winner, 65-55 in game one of our doubleheader. Here's Capola with it, left elbow. Got Jacobs in the air. Now to Keyless for three. It's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Moore hits the floor hard, and a whistle and a loose ball foul on Waukee. That foul is going to be called, Jimmy, on Pete Craig, his second. Go ahead.
Three different possessions and three different times. Quincy Moore making impactful plays on all three possessions. Basket, 2 rebounds for Quincy. Great start. Let's go three quarters of statistics. Maroons 22 of 47 from the field, 19 rebounds, 10 turnovers for Waukee, 18 of 41 from the field, 20 rebounds, 7 turnovers.
All right, Dowling with the ball. First team foul of the second half, or the fourth quarter on Waukee. Here's Capola with it. Splits the defender, stops the free throw line, leaves it for Crane for three. It's no good. And the rebound, Jay White. Charlie Crane launching a three from the right wing and didn't work. Dowling by 2. Waukee with the basketball. And he's trying to avenge an earlier loss to Waukee right before Christmas break, 59-51 at the Dowling Gym back on December 20th. And tonight's the rematch, and now it looks like Jacobson's shaken up. He dribbled off his hip, or his thigh, and then now we've got a timeout on the floor. What we got here? It'll be we'll keep it here, Jimmy, with 6:13 to go. 51-49 Dowling here in the fourth quarter. And, Jacobson looked like he came up with an injury, but I think he's fine. I don't know what he did.
It looked like the feet got tangled up, ended up falling to the ground, but didn't have possession of the ball at the time. Normally that would be a travel if you had possession of the ball and you fell to the ground, but Jacobson really didn't have possession. Fell to the ground, and Coach Kanatsky calls timeout to save any potential turnover there. And it's, I think both coaches realize the value of a possession here in the fourth quarter, 6 minutes, and down with the 2-point lead. Both squads have not really been in this type of position in a few games. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out, how the Maroons play their offense. A lot of standing around, but they do better when they move around. So see if the Maroons don't settle for the three, but keep moving for an easier high-percentage shot. But Jacobson becomes such a presence in the middle. The Maroons just have not had an answer for him when Waukee's had the ball. Quincy has done a nice job, who's out at this time, but Charlie's sitting at about 6-7 blocks tonight.
Yeah, you're supposed to be keeping those, right?
I'm trying.
Now the Warriors, nice job out of the timeout, and they get a basket by Carter Johnson. Johnson with his first 2 points of the night. He comes in averaging 2 points here in the fourth quarter. 51 all. Dowling and Waukee.
It's like Waukee's going to stay in this 2-3 zone, preserve their legs, shorten up this half as much as you can, or quarter. Play this thing out in the last 3 minutes.
Now Keyless in the lane. His shot off the glass good. Smooth move by Gio Keyless. That kid is fearless, and he's got 10 points. He's in double figures coming off the bench.
Dribbled through the zone, cut it up, and found a nice easy layup for his
10th point.
10th point.
Yep. Earlier tonight, Ankeny Centennial in girls play defeated Valley 58-41, thanks to my Girls partner Mike Burkert for that final score. Now Charlie Crane tips the ball out of bounds. That'll be 11 on the shot clock, and Waukee will inbound. Dowling girls a winner, as we mentioned earlier tonight, 65-55 over 8th-ranked Waukee. Second-ranked Dowling girls have now won 8 in a row, and they're 13-2. Now Jacobson has it, right block, and now he's double-teamed. Wants to turn, stone away. Capola with the steal. Looking to get the outlet pass to Jenkins, and he does, at a layup up and no good. He drew the foul, and Nathan Jenkins going to the free throw line. That foul is on Jay White, his first. And Jenkins tonight, 2 points back in the first quarter. And Jimmy, he's not as offensive. He doesn't have all the points that he had Friday night against Centennial. He's now has 3 points that made free throw.
Well, you mentioned about getting to the free throw line, and we've talked about that time and time again. Is here becomes the importance here in the fourth quarter. Can you get yourself to the free throw line? These buckets become very, very big in a tight game. And Nick Jenkins goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
All right, Nathan Jenkins, 4 points for the Dowling junior. 55-51, Dowling by 4. Waukee in the front court. Jacobson guarded by Crane. He's going to take it the hole as much as he can. He shot up, left it short. Fight for the rebound. Coming away with it is Carter Johnson, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor. And they may get keyless for this, and they will. So Gio picks up his first foul. Foul number 1 on Dowling here in the fourth quarter. Waukee with 2. Jay Waddle check back in is Pete Craig for the Warriors. Again, a short bench. That's why you're seeing the zone. As you mentioned, Jimmy, Waukee trying to preserve their legs with this short bench.
You got to hand it to Waukee, who's finding second chance points throughout this second half. It seems like every possession, when they have a missed shot, they're coming up with an offensive rebound, at least 1 or 2. Maroon's got to do a better job on the board defensively.
Here is Jacobson, had the ball stolen away, but right into the hands of Inman. Now back to Jacobson, 18 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Inman. Maverick with it, coming off a ball screen by Jacobson. Now swings it over the corner. This is Carter Johnson for 3. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound, a loose ball foul called on Pete Craig, and that'll be his third. A reach-over foul on Craig. That'll be the third team foul on Waukee, and this is looking good for the Maroons as far as getting to the line, because Waukee's 2 fouls away from putting Dowling in the bonus.
That time each Maroon found a guy to block out and fundamentally got the ball into a position where they're going to get the rebound, forced Waukee on the over the back, and the Maroons sitting, 3 fouls. 2 more, they go to the line for the rest of the half.
Now reverse layup, good by Martins. Oh my goodness, Noah Martins threw a reverse layup up and good. He's got 16 points. And it was almost a no-look.
A little bit of a scoop shot.
Yeah.
Falling away from the basket.
There's Jacobson for 3, good from the top of the key. Look out. 28 points for Jacobson. Timeout on the floor. And we'll see what this is. We'll take a break if it's a 1-minute one. 57-54, Dowling by 3, and it is a full timeout. We'll take it. Dowling 57 and Waukee 54, 3:42 remaining. Here in the fourth quarter, back in 1 minute along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
Why do I have to go to church on Sunday?
Aren't your best friends the ones you only see once in a while? Like after you've gotten to all the really important stuff, or maybe just on Christmas and Easter? I don't think so. But lots of people let their relationship with God go just like that. God invites each of us to a deep relationship with Him. In the time of Christ, when someone invited you to share a meal with them, they were inviting you to be a part of their family. That's what God does in the Mass. And this is no ordinary meal. In the Eucharist, we receive the living body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus. So, if we say no to the invitation to Mass, we're saying, I don't want to be a part of your family. I don't want your sacrifice. I don't want your redemption. And it's pretty hard to have a relationship with God when we've rejected Him so completely. For more Young Catholic Minutes, go to youngcatholicminute.com.
And we're back here at the Waukee Fieldhouse. 3 minutes, 37 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter of this Class 4A Boys Central Iowa Metro League game, and Dowling leading 57-54. A year ago, Dowling snapped a 14-game losing streak to the Waukee Warriors. Dowling with the ball. Here is Capola with it. Maddox dribbles out of the lane, and the Maroons attacking this man-to-man defense. Dowling has all 5 of their starters in. Keyless is in. A long 3, it's no good. But Crane with the rebound. Now Coppola for 3, and it's no good. Ball slapped around and in the hands of Waukee. Max Roach comes away with it in transition to White. And he has the ball poked away by Coppola. They'll be out of bounds to Waukee with under 3 minutes to play, Jimmy.
This gets tight where you want to make sure that you match up defense. You have communication on if you're going to switch or you're going to fight through picks. But at the very least, you got to block out. Don't give each team second opportunity shots because you didn't block out and gave up an offensive rebound.
Now Keyless checks out and Nathan Jenkins in. So Dowling back to their starting 5. Jenkins, Paoli, Charlie Crane, Noah Martins, and Maddox Coppola, 4 guards, and then the center, Charlie Crane, at 6'9.5". Waukee with the ball, 14 on the shot clock. Ball tipped away, but Jacobson comes up with it and lays it in. Oh, tough break for the Maroons. Jacobson with 30 points, and he's got 3 threes and those made buckets. 30 points for Evan Jacobson. Dowling with the ball. Maroons by 1.
Dangerous pass by the Maroons, cross court.
And now an impossible over and back, and Coppola slaps it into the baseline and hits one of the cheerleaders. I think she's all right.
Smart
play by Maddox Coppola, because Waukee wasn't going to settle for the over and back and just take the ball out in front of their bench. Maddox had the presence of mind to slap it away, and I think the cheerleader, she's fine. That's the important thing.
I'm starting to look at the action. I didn't even see the ball hit the cheerleader, but Jay White was coming on fast, and so smart play by Coppola, knocking the ball out because on the touch it was going to be over and back anyways.
Now White underneath. His shot is blocked by, Paoli and Coppola, and a whistle and a foul on Coppola, and there'll be 2 free throws coming. Dowling by 1, and on Maddox, that'll be his second foul. Team foul number 2 on Dowling, but free throws coming for Jay White, who's an 84% free throw shooter for the Warriors. He'll get 2 here. He has 4 points tonight. This will be his first free throw attempt. First one is up, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Fast Signs in Clive, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Second free throw by White. Good. White with 5 points. 57 all. Dowling and Waukee tied once again. Maroons have led by as many as 8. I think Waukee's had a 1-point lead, and we've got a 30-second timeout by Dowling. We'll keep it here with 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 57, Dowling, and let's see what Coach Anderson usually comes out with a set play, as normally they don't have a set play, but they will out of this, I'm sure. And Jimmy, what do you expect?
Well, Waukee has caused Dowling a little bit of confusion on their extended zone, and the Maroons are not cutting through the zone for those for that passing lane. They keep trying to go across court passing, which is the most dangerous pass you got in your offense. Setting up a play here, you're probably going to expect them to go zone, but if they go man, you have a play already set up in the event they come out and they cause you some confusion. So big possession by the Maroons here. See if they can find something moving the ball around. They've been really dangerous on backcourt passing or backcourt cuts. So a couple things, if you can get them to overplay themselves on defense, if they come out man, a backcourt cut to the back of the basket may give you an easy layup.
All right, Carter Johnson in for Waukee in this set. Carter brings that football toughness. He led the Waukee football team in tackles this year, and he also had to play quarterback towards the end of the year, as their starting quarterback, Beckett Baker, went down with an injury. So he's in for the starter, Pete Craig. Otherwise, both teams with their starters. Now Martin's with the shot. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds off of Waukee with a minute 58 remaining. 25 on the Dowling shot clock. And the Maroons ball to our left.
Waukee man-to-man defense.
Here's Coppola with it. And now an offensive foul. And Keyless going to be, illegal screen by Keyless. That'll be his second foul. So Gio picks up the foul for Dowling. He'll go out, Paoli in. Setting up the kind of the swinging gait, if you will, of basketball. And Gio got his hip out a little too far. And now White with it in the front court for Waukee. And his shot blocked by Coppola, I believe. And the ball goes out of bounds to Waukee with 20 on the shot clock. Minute 38 to play, and tied at 57.
Huge help defense by the Maroons. And if it was, in fact, Coppola, he got up pretty high on that. But tremendous play if, in fact, it was Coppola on the back side of that.
Here's Crane with it, guarded by Coppola. Check that, it's Jacobson with it. And he's matched up with Coppola. All right, Jacobson sets a ball screen, long three-pointer, good by Max Roach. Huge basket by Roach, his 8th point. And Waukee by 3, 60 to 57. There's Martins with it to Coppola. Dowling trailing by 3 for the first time tonight, and a long 3 by Martins, no good. Offensive rebound, Jenkins and Dowling. Maroons get a break there, and they get to reset the shot clock. Minute to play, 30 on the shot clock. Dowling ball, we got a timeout, Maroons. Coach Einerson wants to talk it over, and we'll let him. 30-second timeout, we'll keep it here. 56 seconds remaining. Dowling trailing by 3, 60 to 57 to Waukee here in the fourth.
It's a good timeout by Coach Einerson because the Maroons were only down 3, and during that entire possession, the Maroons were looking for a three-point shot, and that may not be the play Einerson wants with just under a minute to go. You have time to get 2-point, force Waukee into a set. The shot clock becomes a big issue. Still with a full possession, Waukee has to play. So you don't necessarily have to go for the three-point shot being down 3 with a minute left. Price setting something up to get a high percentage 2-point shot.
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Foul situation, both teams with 3 fouls. So each one has a foul to give. Dowling has 25 in the shot clock when they inbound the ball coming out of their timeout.
Man-to-man defense by Waukee. 25 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, they've been showing that zone, and now they're back to man. You're right. Now here is Martins with it. Noah nearly lost the basketball. Now he did. They're going to call it carrying the ball. And turnover against the Maroons. Substitution. Maddox Coppola will take Keyless's place on the floor. So Gio will check out. Dowling back to the starting 5.
Big turnover, but yet the Maroons do not have to force a foul here. They can play the defense through.
They had a foul to give. They'll take it there. Dowling trails by 3, and you can't get it any further than that. Martins picks up the foul, his 2nd. Now Waukee substitutes. Carter Johnson will check out. They'll check in Pete Craig, offense, defense there. White will throw it in for the Warriors in the backcourt. Gets to Jacobson, guarded by Coppola. Hands it off to Roach in the backcourt. And he gets it across the timeline. Roach guarded by Martins. Over to Craig, playing keep away. 15 on the shot clock. The Maroons don't have to foul. Even though they trail by 3, they're going to get the ball back. 10 on the shot clock. Let's see what Waukee does. White dribbles in the lane, kicks it over in the corner. Craig for 3, up and no good. Ball hits the rim twice and saved from going out of bounds, but they say Inman stepped on the baseline as he saved it off a Dowling player. It'll be Dowling basketball with 13.6 seconds. Timeout, Maroons will keep it here. And Jimmy, decision time. Does the Maroons take the 3 or they accept the first open shot and cut it to 1?
I think at this point, 13 seconds, you're probably going to try to find your best three-point shot. If you can get to the basket right away, you take it, because on the immediate foul, you send Waukee to the line. But with 13 seconds, Einerson's probably setting something up to open somebody up for a three-point shot. You know, guys like Noah Martin has been knocking them down. You haven't seen a lot of Paoli tonight, but he's been knocking down some threes over the last few games. So it'll be interesting who they find open on this shot.
Well, the 5 on the floor, and they've got just a few seconds here if they're going to sub. They have Jenkins, Paoli, Coppola, Keyless, and Martins.
I mean, conceivably, all your three-point shooting.
5 guards. They have 5 guards on the floor. They have taken their post players out. So,
and this is the beauty about the Maroons, is that any one of those 5 that are going in have knocked down plenty of three-point shots throughout this season. So, don't force one where you're going to be a well-contested shot. Work for the best shot you can get. Picks are huge. Work off the picks. Get your feet set. Get square. Opportunity knocks. You got to knock it down.
All right, 5 guards on the court right now. Jacobson will stay out there for Waukee, and he's the lone big guy. And he's going to guard the inbounds pass, maybe. As Coppola will throw it in. Gets it to Jenkins, back to Coppola, and they foul him at half court. And it was a hard foul by Max Roach. Smart foul that time by Coach Kanaski. Roach with his 3rd foul.
So Waukee could even foul at this point, and knowing that the Maroons can only
get 2. Yeah, then they may. Dowling with the ball right in front of the scorer's table down below us. They get it into Keelis. Gio with it, and he throws it away. Picked up by White, and he takes it all the way to the corner. Timeout, Waukee. Kanaski calls the timeout with 4 seconds, and the Warriors up 3, and the basketball will keep it here. In a tough break, Keelis lost his footing, and he just threw the ball and right in the hands of White.
That's happened a couple times here in this 4th quarter where the Maroons' body is maybe not going as fast as their minds, and you get caught up in bad situations, turnovers, and costly turnovers, and just that time just not well controlled. A little bit of the youth and experience comes out now with the Maroons. As not many of these kids have been put in this position yet this year. But great opportunity to see what they can do here with 4 seconds. Immediate foul. If we can get Waukee to miss both free throws, they got a chance. But it's going to be a big task.
Evan Jacobson with 30 points leads Waukee. And the Warriors will have the ball underneath their own basket. Dowling foul will send the Warriors to the line. They'll be in the bonus, so they'll get an automatic 2 shots. If you joined us late, maybe a year late, they took away the 1-and-1, so there's no more 1-and-1s anymore. It's the women's game where you get 5 fouls in a quarter, and on the 5th foul, you get 2 free throws the rest of that quarter. White gets the inbounds, and Dowling with the foul right away on Paoli. So free throws coming for White. Lucas Paoli with his 3rd foul. And Jay White to the free throw line where he is 1 for 2 tonight. 5 points.
Coming into this game, Jay White is 41 of 49 from the free throw line. 49 attempts this year.
First free throw good. White with 6 points. 61-57. Waukee by 4. Crane will come out. Maroons will go with a 5-guard lineup like they attempted to do earlier. And the second free throw good. White with 7 points. Now a long 3 by Martins at the horn. No good. And Waukee Warriors come away with the victory at home. 62-57 our final here in the boys contest. As the Warriors with 30 points from Evan Jacobson defeat Dowling for the 2nd time this year. 59-51 back in December, and here tonight by the score of 62-57. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will drop their record to 9-4 on the year. For Waukee, they improve their record to 10-2. Waukee ranked 5th in Class 4A. Dowling ranked 10th in Class 4A. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We will take a 2-minute break. We'll have our post-game show. Coach Anderson said he would be up, win or lose, so we expect to see him later in the post-game show, so stay tuned. Again, the finals tonight in the girls contest. It was the Dowling girls, a 65-55 win over the Waukee girls. Dowling girls ranked 2nd. Their record now 13-2. That is their 8th win in a row. And for Waukee, the 8th-ranked Warrior gals fall to 8-7. And in Game 2, the boys' game, it was Waukee 62, Dowling 57. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back with our statistics and our halftime or our post-game show guests. So stay tuned. From the Waukee Fieldhouse, I'm Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Watch out. He is showing us his flesh. I am Father Thomas J. Loy with the Theology of the Body Moment for Tabor Life Institute. God has taken on our flesh, and during the Feast of the Epiphany, God shows his flesh to the world. In the Western lung of the Church, God is showing this to the wise men. The Eastern lung, having just celebrated the circumcision of Christ's flesh, now speaks of Christ's naked flesh during his baptism in the Jordan River. In the East, Epiphany is also called Theophany. So why all this flesh? Because the flesh of Jesus Christ reveals his divinity and the truth about being human. This is the theology of the body. Christ's birth, epiphany, and baptism in the flesh has renewed all creation. And if this is real to us, how do we now see all of creation, especially human body persons? To find out more about the theology of the body, visit taborlife.org. taborlife.org.
Support for programming is provided by construction professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio is AM 1150, KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM, K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 KIHS, Adel Panora, and 89.9 KCSL Spencer Spirit Lake.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
And welcome back to the post-game show here along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network tonight. Tuesday night girls and boys basketball. Our next broadcast will be this Friday. Dowling will return home after this two-game road swing. It'll be Dowling hosting Johnston. The girls' game features number 1 Johnston and number 2 Dowling, and the boys' contest to follow. So I hope you join us Friday night for girls and boys basketball here along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Coach O'Connor was waving up here to you, and you had your head turned, and now he's looking the other way. Went to a lot of post game. He wasn't waving at you, by the way. He's waving at the longevity that's in this booth.
Tough one for the Maroons. My goodness. I mean, you got to feel sick to your stomach because it was a game that you had control of for the most part. Costly turnovers there in the fourth quarter. Max Roach hitting a big three-point shot over there on the far wing. Jacobson becomes an issue for the Maroons, but having or struggling to score in the second half really cost the Maroons on top of some costly turnovers, and just a game that you had control and you had a great opportunity to pull away a road victory, and it kind of fell through your fingers.
Certainly did. And for Dowling, the loss tonight as Waukee wins it 62-57 in the boys contest, drops Dowling to 9-4, and definitely into the 2-seed category of the postseason as you look towards that. And Maroons, well, I shouldn't say held, but Evan Jacobson with 30 points tonight, Jimmy, to lead all scorers. Maroons had 4 players in double figures, led by Noah Martin, 16 points, 11 points each for Charlie Crane and Maddox Capola, 10 points for Gio Keelis off the bench for the Maroons. And then rounding out scoring, Noah Jenkins, 4 points. Off the bench, Quincy Moore, 2 points. And Alfred Coley with 3 points for Dowling Catholic. Lucas Paoli did not score for the Maroons as Dowling went 7 of 8 at the free throw line. For Waukee, as we mentioned, Evan Jacobson with a 30-point performance tonight. He was a lone player in double figures for the Warriors. 8 points each for Pete Craig and for Max Roach. 7 points each for Jay White and Maverick Inman, and 2 points for Carter Johnson off the bench for the Warriors. Jackson Donahue off the bench did not score for Waukee as they went 9 for 12. Jimmy, you got your totals for your statistics tonight? Go right ahead.
Unofficially, the Maroons got shooting, I have them shooting 42% from the field, 6 of 22 from 3. 22 total rebounds and 13 turnovers. For Waukee, victory tonight, 43% shooting, 9 of 20 from 3, 23 total rebounds, and 8 turnovers. So statistically, really tight matchup. Offensive rebounds was, I thought, was a big issue in the second half for both teams, giving up offensive rebounds. But just the inability to contain Evan Jacobson. We talked about him in the pregame, and of course he was the real deal, and his strength and his ability to extend on his little baby hook that we were talking about in the middle lane was real tough. And add the fact that he becomes a dangerous three-point shooter, and at least 4 or 5 times his defender got off his feet or got out of his defensive stance and allowed Evan Jacobson to dribble right around him, and becomes such a multi-dual threat in Jacobson outside-inside game.
As the Maroons were outscored in the second half, Dowling led at halftime 38-33, but the Maroons were outscored in the second half 29-19, as they had one time an 8-point lead, and the final score was
the second
Waukee's,
half score was
29-19.
29-19, 19 points.
Yep.
And shoot, it was a 40-point output by both teams in the first half. I mean, they were scoring at will, and to come away with only 19 points in the second half for the Maroons, it just shows that they're struggling. Credit that to the 2-3 zone that Waukee deployed. Caused the Maroons a little bit of issues, settled on some threes, and stopped moving around. And we know this, that the Maroons, when they stop moving around offensively, they force shots, and that it's just not what they do well.
Certainly isn't. The largest lead for Waukee, I was going to mention, was 5. That was the final score, because Warriors did not have a lead in the game. They may have had a 1 or 2 point lead at one point, but Dowling gobbled that up real quick. But the final score was the largest margin for Waukee, 62-57. Waukee Warriors, with the win, they go to 10-3 on the year, and they're ranked 5th in Class 4A. Their next game will be the battle of Waukee as they go to Northwest, 6th-ranked Northwest this Friday night. And then they have the week off, and then they take on Ankeny Centennial here on Friday, January 31st for the Waukee Warriors here at the Waukee Gym. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons will host Johnson this Friday night, and then next week the Maroons are off until the following Friday, January 31st. The Maroons will host Ankeny, and then the following week hosting Southeast Polk and Waukee Northwest. So a lot of home games coming up for the Maroons. This is the last road game before the Dowling boys have a 4-game homestand. You got to like that.
An incredibly difficult task coming Friday and coming off a tough loss. But Friday against Johnston, they obviously know how they're going to play the Maroons. Very physical defensive team and low-scoring game that's going to be. And so it's going to be tough. And to come away from a game like this is going to be something that the Maroons are going to have to learn from. Showed a little bit of inexperience when the value of a possession was so important at that game and at the end of the game, and just showed some of their shortcomings.
Certainly it can, and you need games like that. You'll learn from that. Film study and practice will do wonders. We're waiting head coach Justin Anderson. He said he would be up, but we're going to take a break. We want to recognize our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Ashworth Vision Clinic, Blessman International, Bozen the Florist, Construction Professionals, along with Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. And our thanks to all the crew tonight. They include Mike Burkert, the partner on the girls contest, and also Roman Wilkham, our studio producer tonight. We're going to take our final break. We'll return, and we'll wrap up. If Coach doesn't come up, then we will just wrap things up and say so long until Friday night. So we'll take this 1-minute break. Again, the final in the boys contest, Waukee 62, Dowling 57, and in the girls contest, it was Dowling 65-55 over Waukee. Back in 1 minute as Coach is arriving here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting people to Christ with local faith leaders.
Hi, Father Joseph Sia here, pastor at St. Mary of the Visitation and St. Patrick in Ottumwa and St. Mary Magdalene in Bloomfield, inviting you to experience the truth and goodness of the Catholic faith. Use your favorite search engine to find our websites. Once again, St. Mary of the Visitation and St. Patrick in Ottumwa. We're also on Facebook, Ottumwa and Bloomfield Catholic Parishes.
A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
At Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home, we understand the sacred traditions of the Catholic funeral rites. These traditions bring comfort, honor, and hope through faith in Jesus and the resurrection. Caldwell Parish, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home. CaldwellParish.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
All right, welcome back to the post-game show here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network following Waukee's win over the Maroons, 62-57. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo, joined now by head coach Justin Einertson of Dowling Catholic here on the postgame show. Coach, thanks for coming up. Tough break. You had a game in that you had in your hands, and a lot of possessions in the fourth quarter. What a game it was. Both teams were shooting the ball very well. And, hey, I like your effort. I like the kids' effort, but learning experience in the end. But hats off to Waukee. They pulled it out, but I like how your kids played, and Jimmy and I enjoyed the broadcast. I know you as a coach are sitting here fuming amongst other things that's going on, but what's those
I've
kids?
had more fun.
Yeah. What's the kids in the locker room? What's their take on it? Because they know they had.
It's just, I keep saying the same word. Every time we lose, it's immaturity. I mean, lack of execution and all the stuff that you work on all week that we rep, nobody gets right. So, I mean, we had 3 whistles that really hurt us that we never rebounded from, and Waukee made plays. So, I mean, all of a sudden, it goes from 6 to tied, I believe, or 6 to down 1, and that was pretty much the end of our execution and playmaking. So, hats off to them. They prepared for us. It's just, the margin of error is so small that you better execute. In these CIML games, everybody's so good, and Jacobson was basically perfect tonight. So you better execute, and we just did not.
I like how Charlie Crane didn't back down. I think he outplayed him in a few instances, but, Jacobson had 30 points. I mean, that's unheard of with him.
That's twice, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that what he had the first meeting, I believe? Sure. But nonetheless, I like how Charlie played. I like how your team played, but just came up short in the end when you needed to value possessions, to get something out of each possession. That didn't happen. That turnover, Keyless throwing the ball away, and then Coppola having to throw it out of bounds, so it avoided an over and back and actually an uncontested layup. Things like that, the little things.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of loose balls on the sheet that I looked at. Defensive rebounds that were really key for 4 quarters we just didn't grab. So, there's going to be a lot of good stuff on film for tomorrow. But, it's frustrating because we're right outside of where we hope to be this year, and we're still not cracking that. We're still not getting what we want to get.
No, film don't lie, as you know. And let's kind of reverse a little bit here. You led at halftime by 5. Talk about going in the locker room, leading by 5, and getting to that point. What was a message to the kids about the second half and what they accomplished in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the focus was defense and trying to lock down Jacobson as best as we could as a group. I mean, we were going to put the ball in other guys' hands, and, they made plays. So offensively, we made a couple of tweaks, and then they came out in a 2-3. And, the interesting thing about the 2-3 is not that we struggle against a 2-3 necessarily. It's that we don't always do what the game plan is. So what looks like struggling is really just us forgetting what we're supposed to do. And again, this is something that we rep all the time. And we had like this circle going on where nobody's getting a key touch for 25 seconds that we have never repped one time in my 2 years here. So again, we'll go back to film, but you're just waiting for someone to take charge and take control. And I thought we had guys that played hard, but I thought we let each other right off the cliff like lemmings.
You look at that first half, and I don't think you could have come out and played a better first half. One of the comments I made in the first half, which was interesting, is the ball didn't stop. The ball was moving around so quickly and forcing Waukee to work on defense, and it's tough to have a young team to keep that consistently throughout the game, especially when they switch up defenses.
Yeah.
Talk about how, just the frustration of getting the guys to play that 4 quarters, because I thought the first half was about as good as you could play. Some kids really lit it up. I thought Maddox had a tremendous first half. Didn't see much of him in the second half, and a little bit of that, give a little bit to Waukee on that.
Yeah, I mean, the zone kind of takes him away because his role is kind of the quarterback at the top of it. So that's probably part of the reason you didn't see him score much. But you got to be able to switch ends or switch sides of the floor against the zone and hit open threes. And, we're not always sealing. We're not always moving the way we want to. The biggest problem was our defense in the first half. As good as our offense was playing, we could not get any kills. So I think we went an entire game without a kill for the first time all season, which is 3 stops in a row. And we had a couple where we were at 2, and then they scored 3 times in a row, which is a reverse kill. So, worst case scenario occurred on some of these possessions, and I really hope we play these guys again. I really do. I think our guys are hungry. I will tell you, by tomorrow night, they're going to understand exactly what our flaws are, and they're going to want to fix them.
Visit with Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach, following Waukee's win here at the Waukee Fieldhouse, 62-57. in a CIML conference game. And Coach, I know it's one of those things where you learn from win or loss, but you flush it and you move on to Friday night. And Friday is your old buddy Courtney Henderson and the Johnson Dragons, a team that's given Dowling frustration, although there's life. They've had some flaws. Johnson's kind of fallen, has lost some games, and kind of have a chance at home Friday night. Should be a great crowd. I know the girls will get it all set with number 1 and 2, but the boys' game should be pretty good, and I know you're kind of looking towards that, knocking off your buddy from the CIML Metro Conference, the old days, over at Hoover.
Yeah, there's a lot to prep with them. Nobody plays like them on either end. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. So we have a lot of work to do tomorrow to fix tonight, and then turn around and move forward towards Friday with a game that's just as big as this one.
All right. Well, Coach, appreciate coming up here, talking with us after the game and our listeners. Any shout-outs you want to give that somebody might be home, maybe listening, maybe not asleep yet?
Yeah, I don't know if Britt's listening or not, but yeah, shout out to Mom back home. I saw it was like minus 30 today, so that sounds nice.
Nobody's going out up
there.
Nice
balmy 0 for us.
Yeah, up there in the northern part of Wisconsin. So, well, Coach, it'll be a new day Friday. We look forward to being here. We thank you for all you do, and despite my my cohort here, congratulations.
I'm sure he did a great job.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Justin Einertson, Dowling boys basketball coach, joined us here on the post-game show here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And Coach Cataldo, as people are just gathering wires all around us, we got the media, TV people from MediaCom. This game will be replayed. The CISN group here, and then there's us. They found room for you.
I know
Look
this.
where you're standing
I know
in the
this.
aisle.
As they were trying to pull cords underneath you,
Isn't that something?
it flustered you a little bit.
No, I tipped my bag over, so I had to go pick that up, and I still got stuff over.
Is that where all those M&Ms came from?
Never mind. They're not. But hey, what a night we saw. Hey, thanks for bringing your neighbor. I know he's been gone for a while. I'm glad. Did you shovel his drive while he was gone and keep an eye on his house?
We haven't had snow in 2 months, so no.
Oh. Boy, make sure his water pipes didn't, break or anything like that with this extreme cold weather, because he's not used to this. Notice that tan he's got. He's doing well. Did he invite you?
I didn't get the invite this time, but that's okay.
You did?
But hey, it didn't take me away from watching how many basketball games over the last 2 weeks. A lot. And the Maroons have one more game later this week. Tough game, as they've taught. Tough one to swallow tonight. They're going to have to regroup against a very, very good Johnson team Friday, and then you get a little bit of a break.
Absolutely. Jimmy, thanks for coming out here to Dallas County. I know you're kind of not used to that. But
I'm just ready to turn in my mileage, and I have gas receipts for Iowa Catholic Radio.
Gas receipts and mileage. I'll make a note. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner. That'll wrap things up from the Waukee Fieldhouse, and our thanks to our listeners for joining us tonight on Tuesday night, girls and boys Central Iowa Metro League basketball. Our next game will be this coming Friday night from the Dowling Gym. The Maroons back home for the first time in a few weeks. The Maroons will take on Johnson, so hope you join us for that. Our thanks to all the folks out here at Waukee High School, including Eric Boyle, the athletic director, Mike O'Connor, the assistant athletic director, who was here. I remember that name. Danny Franklin Prinny, the girls coach here at Waukee, Kevin Kanaski, Dowling alum, and the boys coach here at Waukee. Appreciate all their help, along with the Dowling coaches, Kristen Meyer and Justin Einertson. Again, our next broadcast will be this Friday night, as Dowling will host Johnston in a girl-boy basketball doubleheader from the Dowling Gym. Pre-game at 6 o'clock, tip-off the girls' game. That's number 1 versus number 2 at 6:15. Boys to follow at 7:45. So join us Friday night. We have a special guest announcer for the girls' game Friday night, as Mike Burkert will be on the road and not available. But Jimmy Cataldo will join me for the broadcast this Friday, January 24th. Once again, the final scores for the final time from the Waukee Fieldhouse in the boys' contest. It was Waukee 62, Dowling 57. The Maroons' record falls to 9-3. Waukee improves to 10-3. And in the girls' contest, it was Dowling Catholic 65, Waukee 55. Dowling girls now 13-2 on the year, and they've won 8 in a row. For Jimmy Cataldo, for Roman Wilcom, this is Mark Amadale thanking you for tuning in tonight along the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And from all of us with the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, have a safe and blessed faith-filled evening.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Mercy One, Blessman International, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs in Clive, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.